As a University of Oxford student, you rarely have time in the city with no academic work to complete. This is mostly a consequence of the shorter yet more intense terms, which mean that most undergraduate students normally only spend a little over half of the year in Oxford. It does, however, make the rare instances of total freedom in the city all the more precious. So when my exams finished and I had 3 glorious summer weeks with 0 studying to do, I knew I had to make the most of it. I decided the best way to do this would be to make a small bucket list of 5 quintessentially Oxford activities to achieve before I left. First up on my list was to work at the Radcliffe Camera, arguably Oxford's most famous library. Due to COVID-19 precautions, the libraries have been pre-book only recently, so I spent most of my first year just studying in my room. During these 3 weeks, I put some time aside to bring my laptop down and work on my JCR presidential duties in this fantastic library. I think the Radcam is absolutely stunning, and just as impressive on the inside as it is on the outside. The next bucket list item was just across the square. At University Church St Mary's, you can book tickets to climb to the top of the tower. The views are incredible, especially on a sunny day like when I visited. You get a panoramic view of the High Street, Radcliffe Square, and more. If you're visiting Oxford, I highly recommend giving this a try. The following task was to go for a swim in Meadow, one of Oxford's largest green spaces. The River Thames flowing through provides an ideal place to go for a dip in the summer, even if it's surprisingly cold.
Weather update, it is simply too cold.
My fourth goal was to meet an Oxford College pet. Admittedly, I bumped into Hertford College's pet cat Simpkin whilst out on an evening walk, but due to the brevity of the encounter, I was reluctant to cross it off the list. However, unexpectedly, I had the opportunity to visit Exeter College on my last day in Oxford, which allowed me to meet Walter, their very friendly and rather sleepy cat. Finally, my last bucket list item was to complete a punting journey with just me at the helm. Obviously, I had to do some practice to have any hope of not marooning my passengers. This footage is from one such trip where I only punted part of the journey. A week or so later, and with at least a little liquid courage, the time had come and I successfully punted my slightly concerned passengers around Christchurch Meadow. Admittedly, this is with the exception of the point where I got the pole stuck and nearly toppled the boat. You gotta start somewhere. Before I knew it, it was time to return home. My little Oxford vacation summarises a useful lesson. A little planning will definitely help you to make the most of the good times while they're here. Your future self will certainly thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content.